Greg, thanks so much. Police documents released to CBS 7 regarding the Healthy Heart Center shooting is giving us our first real look into what happened, causing the deadly gunfire. Well-known Dr. Suresh Gadasali was murdered back in June, just before the man holding the gun, Ayasami Thangam, turned it on himself. Witnesses' accounts, co-workers' stories, and text messages all point to money being the root of the problem between the two men. According to these documents, it all started around 2 years ago when the two families embarked on a business deal. When that deal failed, the Thangams lost all of their investments. Text messages show that Gadasali threatened to sue the other family before settling outside of court. Documents also revealed the gunman had mental problems. And a suspect has been identified in a hit and run in the city of Big Spring. An arrest warrant was issued for 45-year-old Bradley Cecil Seegers. Teodoro Diaz was killed during the hit and run on June 7th. Detectives need your help in finding Seegers now. If you have any information, you're encouraged to contact Crime Stoppers at 263-8477. 14,000 prescription drugs have been stolen from a Big Spring pharmacy. The owner says that the crooks broke through one of the front windows of Leonardo's pharmacy on 7th and Scurry early Monday morning and headed straight for the narcotics locker. He says the two were wearing hoods and took their time filling totes with drugs like oxycodone, hydrocodone, and amphetamines. The estimated street value of the pills is about $140,000. And it was a bizarre scene at the Odessa's Memorial Gardens Park yesterday. Witnesses saw two people who were allegedly performing an exorcism on a young woman. Eyewitnesses yesterday say all three were sitting on a bench when suddenly they began yelling louder and louder. This video was taken by a woman who was walking her dog. And you can hear a female voice talking about casting out the demon. Odessa police tell CBS 7 News they received calls just before 9 a.m. in reference to suspicious activity.
She was on the ground and they were standing over her with hands on her, screaming, Satan, I demand that you depart. You've been, and it just went on and on and on.
We spoke to one local clergyman who says he hopes that people who performed the exorcism were trained and that the woman exorcised gets the help she needs. Police say they did go to the scene, but since they were on public property, the people weren't doing anything illegal. OPD also says that no one was hurt. An Odessa man is behind bars this morning after spitting in an officer's face. Odessa police responded to a disturbance in the 1000 block of West Ada where they made contact with Ruben Galindo. Galindo asked the officers if they were OPD and then spat in a canine officer's face. At one point, he even threatened to kill the canine officer. Galindo was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. Midland Crime Stoppers needs your help in finding a man who's accused of stealing a package from a home right after FedEx dropped it off. Here's a picture of the man as he gets out of the truck. The package he grabbed contains baby formula. The man also drove to the back of the house and entered the backyard before driving off. Please call Midland Crime Stoppers at 694-TIPS if you recognize him. And arson is not believed to be the cause of a fire that now leaves several people without a job. Fire crews responded to a call of a food truck on fire in the 2800 block of Langtree in Odessa yesterday. When they arrived, the Po' Boys and Rich Chic's Cajun food truck was fully engulfed in flames, completely destroying the truck. The owner, Rob Jenkins, first believed the fire was intentionally set, but after speaking with the inspector and discovering that it started with the engine, he no longer believes that to be the case. No injuries have been reported, and the truck was only partially insured.
Kind of devastated, man. We've really put our heart and soul into this thing, and really like to think we've been a nice part of this food truck family that's here in Midland, Odessa, and now we're back to square one.
Jenkins says it'll take 3 to 4 months to get the businesses back up and running. Encore says there is a scam moving through the area involving their company. They want to emphasize that they do not bill for electricity use, nor do they make phone calls to collect payments. If you're approached by someone who claims to be with them and you're unsure, you are urged to call an Encore representative. We with your eye on the nation, teams are examining the fragments of an airplane found on an island off of Africa's east coast. Sources tell CBS News that investigators believe the 6-foot-long piece of debris appears to be from a 777, the same model as the missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. The plane was traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing back in March of 2014. And a former University of Cincinnati police officer is expected to be arraigned on a murder charge this morning after he shot an unarmed man during a traffic stop. On Wednesday, prosecutors released the body camera video showing the fatal altercation between Ray Tensing and Samuel DuBose. If convicted, Tensing could get a life sentence. Firefighters in California continue to battle a string of wildfires amid soaring temperatures and high humidity. On Wednesday, residents and fire crews in Lake County northwest of Sacramento forced to evacuate. Officials say that the fire there is traveling at a rapid rate of speed.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back.
It's now time for
News of the Strange.
A national football star is getting a sweet honor in Colorado. Tim King is creating a larger-than-life size sculpture of Denver Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning in, get this, chocolate.
Nice.
Oh my. The artist will showcase the display at 2015 Chalktober event in Broomfield in September. The Manning statue will be cast in plaster, then once cured, it'll be sprayed with liquid chocolate.
Liquid.
Oh my. So you can't really eat through it.
Oof.
Well. And they're off.
Cool. All right.
And they're off. More than 5,000 kayakers and canoeists headed eastward down the Missouri River early Tuesday morning in the Missouri American Water MR 340 race. Wow, they're moving fast. It's called the longest nonstop river race in the world. Paddlers have 88 hours to finish the 340-mile trip to St. Charles, Missouri.
Seriously?
Oh my gosh. Look at
88 hours.
That's a lot of canoeing.
Ooh.
I wonder if they get feisty, like hit each other with the oars or something. You know, I don't know. They're close.
Yeah,
like,
they
you know,
are.
Who knows how long the paddles are if you accidentally hit someone.
Well, you know, I mean, you know how you get,
Yeah.
you get a little bit, you get cranky when you don't have enough sleep,
Sure,
you're
sure.
like,
88 hours, you're on the, the 87th hour, you're like, I'll move over.
yeah, you should have worn a helmet.
Yeah. Who knows?
All right.
Well, good luck to them.
Oh boy, okay.
Okay, well, what happens when you drive a 9-ton big rig up a racetrack ramp and go airborne? Well, I guess we're about to see. You come down hard. But if you're a daredevil going for a new world record, it's worth the impact, apparently.
Okay.
Ahead, we'll show you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That is.
Ouch.
Look at that.
Okay, so maybe
Wow.
some new suspension possibly in the works there.
Something. I don't know. That is crazy. Well, the daredevil Greg Godfrey set a new Guinness World Record for the longest big rig ramp jump Friday in Montana. Godfrey barreled down the runway and up a massive ramp, sending his 9-ton Freightliner airborne. He traveled 166 feet before the semi slammed down, blowing out a tire and nearly colliding with a building.
Of course, yes.
I mean, I get it. I get it. But Godfrey said that afterwards that the impact left him feeling concussed. His jump beat the old record by more than 100 feet. More than 2,000 spectators turned out to watch the stunt at the Evel Knievel's Day Festival. Wow. So the one before was 66 feet. His was 166 feet. That is a big difference.
That is huge. Wow. Would not advise doing. Of course, I have seen a few of you out on Interstate 20 doing something similar, but
getting close to that.
Yeah, I would not advise doing this on purpose. It's
No.
probably not something you should do.
Not something unless you're at the Evel Knievel Festival.
Even then, I think, really,
everybody's got to be doing something.
The best idea. But okay, hey, to each their own.
All right.
Weather forecast.
Weather.
Yes. Let's take a look. Show you what's happening outside this morning. It's not a bad start this morning. We're not in the 80s anymore. We're down into the 70s. We'll warm into the upper 90s this afternoon.